Many retirees spend decades carefully building their 401(k)s, IRAs, and Roth accounts, assuming that whatever remains will automatically transfer to their children or grandchildren tax-free and hassle-free. Unfortunately, that is one of the most dangerous and costly misconceptions in estate planning today. When you pass away, your retirement accounts do not follow your primary will or living trust unless you have specifically set them up to do so. Instead, they are governed entirely by your beneficiary designations on file with your financial custodian. If those designations are outdated, missing, or improperly structured, your hard-earned savings could end up in the wrong hands, tied up in probate court, or heavily taxed by state and federal governments. The rules surrounding retirement account beneficiaries underwent a massive overhaul following the passage of the Secure Act and Secure 2.0. Under older laws, your heirs could inherit a traditional IRA or 401(k) and stretch withdrawals out over their entire natural lifetimes. This strategy, known as the Stretch IRA, allowed investments to grow tax-deferred for decades while generating small, manageable required distributions. That option is now effectively gone for most non-spouse beneficiaries. Under current IRS rules, non-spouse heirs who inherit an IRA or 401(k) are required to drain the entire account within 10 years of the owner's death. Why is this a major concern? Consider the peak earning years of your adult children. If your adult child inherits a substantial traditional IRA while they are in their late 40s or 50s, they are likely already in their highest income tax bracket. Forcing them to take massive annual or lump sum distributions over a short 10-year window stacks that inherited income directly on top of their existing salary. The result is a steep tax bracket push where up to a third or more of your legacy goes directly to the IRS. Furthermore, if the original account owner had already reached their required beginning date, the age when required minimum distributions, RMDs, must start, currently age 73, the beneficiary must not only empty the account within 10 years, but they must also take annual mandatory distributions during years 1 through 9. Failing to take these annual RMDs triggers severe IRS penalties, including a 25% tax penalty on the amount that should have been withdrawn. The rules treat different categories of beneficiaries differently. Knowing who falls into which category allows you to protect your estate. First, your surviving spouse remains the most protected beneficiary. A spouse can treat an inherited IRA as their own, roll it over into their own account, and defer distributions until they reach their own required RMD age. Second, the IRS created a special group called eligible designated beneficiaries who are still permitted to stretch distributions over their lifetime. This group includes surviving spouses, minor children of the account owner, until they reach age 21, at which point the 10-year clock begins, disabled or chronically ill individuals, and beneficiaries who are not more than 10 years younger than the account owner. Third, designated beneficiaries, which includes most adult children and grandchildren, must follow the 10-year rule. Fourth, non-designated beneficiaries, such as an estate, certain non-see-through trusts, or charities, are subject to even stricter timelines, often requiring complete liquidation within 5 years if the owner died before their RMD age. Naming your estate as your beneficiary by default or leaving the beneficiary line blank is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make, as it forfeits tax deferral and forces the account into probate. So, what actionable steps should you take right now to secure your legacy? Audit every beneficiary designation form immediately. Log into your IRA, 401(k), 403(b), and brokerage accounts to verify both primary and contingent beneficiaries. Never assume your will overrides these forms. Re-evaluate using traditional trusts as IRA beneficiaries. Many retirees set up trusts years ago intended to stretch distributions over a grandchild's life. Post-Secure Act, those older trust provisions can backfire, forcing rapid distributions taxed at high trust tax rates. Consider proactive Roth IRA conversions. Converting portion of your traditional IRA into a Roth IRA during your retirement years allows you to pay taxes at your current income rate. Roth IRAs carry no lifetime RMDs for you, and while non-spouse heirs still face the 10-year rule, every dollar they withdraw during those 10 years is 100% tax-free. Coordinate designations with your heirs' current financial realities. Spreading assets strategically between traditional IRAs, Roth accounts, and taxable accounts can help your heirs manage their tax liability smoothly. Reviewing and updating your beneficiary forms takes less than an hour, but it can save your family years of legal headaches and tens of thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes.